Today, we are talking about Lovebites, Nemophila, and a couple of lesser unknown bands I want to bring some attention to you guys. I discovered a band on Twitch, and there was a band that we checked out a while ago. We got an awesome little interview with them, so you get to meet the members of this band, but more on that in a little bit. So we normally focus on a bunch of different artists from all over the world, but for this particular podcast, we're going to be focusing on Japanese-related bands. But to make it up to you, I do have another podcast coming out in like an hour after this one with Orion, where we react to Tank the Tech's best gateway metal bands, and we talk about the Gojira event and much more in that podcast. It's a fun one. Do not miss out on one. So make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you get notified when that drops. Now, if you're listening to this on audio platforms, you can always come over to YouTube, drop comments or anything that you want us to discuss on this podcast. With that said, welcome to the Solid Sound Podcast, where we talk about our favorite musicians from all over the world. First one on the list, we're going to talk about Lovebites and their new song Unchained that just came out this week. For me, this is one of my favorite Lovebites songs, easily within my top 10. The reason why I consider this song one of my favorites is because they significantly improved their audio quality on this one. It sounds really good, maintaining a nice raw feel without being too overproduced. It's produced just enough. They focus on the production where it matters, like in the vocals with the layering, and it just sounds absolutely beautiful in the layering, the way that they do it. There is also some really cool riffage going on, and it's unique in its own right, using different notes that you wouldn't expect them to use. Here's some highlights of my initial reaction to this song. So there's an improvement in sound quality already. I appreciate that they just use the drums and they don't have samples, it appears. I'm pretty sure we're not having any sampled drums on here. Yeah, like we're getting her kit. They're not doing that thing that mix engineers normally do where they put samples over it. Ooh, those guitar licks. I like that. I like that little change up on the notes. Normally you would hear but they add like aggressive picking to it and they go to a little dissonant note in between. In that lick, it makes it more interesting. The Iron Maiden vibes that you're feeling is just because of that gallop guitar. I mean, when anybody does like anything triplet, gallops, or anything like that, we all think Iron Maiden. I think they made that famous, I feel like, in my opinion. The future we dreamed of is waiting for me. It almost sounds like there's another female vocalist in there, but I'm assuming this is all Asami. I feel like I'm hearing another woman's voice in there. Those lows in there, that da-na-na-na. You know, something I'm noticing about Asami in this one is that she's really leaning into her tone of voice, which I know is not a favorite for some people, but I love that she's just leaning into it. She's really comfortable in that range, and she's just going even harder in there. And I think that's the tone that people either like or don't like. I like it. So there it is. What did you all think about the song? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Tell me why. Tell me why not. And if you want to check out my full initial reaction to this song, or if you want to separate these tracks yourself, I have those links pinned down below. Then the next monster song we had released this week was some new Nemophila God. Now, my anticipation for this one was at an ultimate high level, and I was super excited to check this out. Now, this song was everything I wanted in a Nemophila song. It was melodic, brutal, and heavy. Hazuki, the guitarist, fills up the soundscape by keeping the guitar busy and adding really cool rhythmic riffs in between, which complement the heavy vocals. I also noticed a significant improvement in Mayu's screams altogether. They are deeper and richer compared to her earlier songs, in my opinion. They are not as harsh as we've heard in earlier Nemophila tracks, where her screams were a bit more shrill, but this song had a significant improvement in those screams, and you can hear them shine through really well in this mix. And that leads me to my next point about this song, is that it had a huge improvement in audio quality, in my opinion, like the new Lovebites song also had. But anyways, here are some of my initial reactions to this song. Okay, out the gate, guys. This is awesome. This is what I was hoping for, is that they'll come up with riffs that just sound really fucking good with just one guitar being played. So they'll probably do 2 amps on both sides of the stage when they play this live, but the riff is so busy, it sounds really good. It's filling it up as if there's 2 guitars. I wonder if they're gonna add like a variation layer. Right now it's multiple guitar layers, but it's just playing the same riff. Does anyone know who composes the keyboards for this? There's keys in this that sound really good, filling up the sound. Probably fill up the space of not having that sound. Tamu changed up the tuning of her drums a little bit. I'm going to isolate the drums right here. Cool. So she has a lot of higher of a tuning on one of her higher end toms, which she doesn't normally do in Nemophila songs. But for this song, it sounds like she changed the tuning of her drums. And I think it's filling it out better, making it heavier, just more impactful. Pretty sure that's all the girls singing in this right there for those backups. That reverb that they're throwing in her voice is so good. I really like that song. The bass sound is huge too. Now remember, you can follow us on Twitch so you can be part of these live reactions with us, and don't forget to follow us in Discord where you can see all of the VODs from our live streams. You can check out the full reactions to these songs. We have Palneo. This is a band that I've heard maybe a month or so back, and this one right here, this song playing in the background, is my favorite from them. It's called Alive. It's one of my favorite songs. They have a really, really unique sound. I definitely recommend you guys checking them out. They did come out with a brand new song about a month ago. I'll be honest, not quite sold on the newest song that they just put out, but I see a lot of potential, and I hear a lot of things I like about the band so far. And they've already released 2 EPs that just came out 2 years ago, so they're already on a good run of just making sure they release music. I think they're due for something new very soon, so keep in tune for that. I'm not sure when that will drop, but they do have 2 EPs. They have Panorama and they have Schizoid. Schizoid has about 7 tracks on it, so you'll get an overall scope of their sound by just checking out the EP. I highly recommend it. Now I want to give a special shout out to J-Rock Tours. Thank you so much for giving us this interview that you did with them in Japan. So I'm going to be sharing that interview with you all. I will be talking over it for the subtitles section of it for the audio listeners. So if you want to check out the video without me talking on it, I will have a link down below for you all to check out.
I will introduce the Tokyo music scene, new band, new metal band called Paleneo. Please introduce yourself.
パレネオベースのヨナです。好きな食べ物はサバの塩焼き。
So this is the bassist Yona, and she's the 6-string bassist, and she says in this that her favorite food is saba no shiaki. Not sure what that is, but she goes on to say it's a mackerel grilled with salt and Japanese food.
Yeah.
So then this one I found really interesting. She said, "Hello, I'm Ryoto. I'm an Android guitarist manufactured only for making music. I love music." I thought that was a badass response.
私はボーカルのホホミです。好きな食べ物は唐揚げ唐揚げとマカロン と、
Then we got the lead singer, and her name is Hohomi, and she says her favorite food is fried chicken with macaroons. I've never eaten an English food before, but I like to try it.
はい、ギターのあやりです。7弦ギターを弾いてます。好きな食べ物言った方がいい。好きな食べ物、辛い食べ物が。
Then we have the other guitarist, Ayari, and she loves spicy food and baby metal.
はい、今サポートさせていただいて。
Last but not least, we have Kanako on drums, who is the former drummer of Hikage, and she says she likes strawberries and
あ
pizza.
りがとうございます。
お願いします。
はい。そしたら、なんで、その、最初の、アライブっていう曲があるんですけど。
J-Rock Tours then goes on to ask about the song Alive and asks them, why is there fighting happening and why did you include that scene?
プリンがなんか食べられちゃったらしくて、それで普通にただけ。
I did not expect this response, but she says actually the pudding was stolen the other day. So this is more of a humorous thing. So I want to create an impactful moment that makes the whole story of the music video interesting. The lyrics of this music video are positive about life. So if there's a connection between the pudding and the music video, maybe this is the summary. I live my life to the fullest even though the pudding was stolen. Now, let me introduce you to a new band that I just discovered called Hikage. Shout out to our Patreon supporter, Ken, who made this request on our Twitch live stream. This band is coming from Sapporo, Japan. This band hit the live scene hard in May 2019, showcasing their killer blend of metalcore and hardcore with a twist of various other elements. Imagine like catchy vocals with hard, intense riffs, creating a sound that's both powerful and melancholic. Their live shows are known to be pure passion and energy, and they quickly grabbed a lot of people's attention. In October 2019, they dropped their first single, The Valley, which was mixed and mastered by Beartooth Caleb Shomo, who is the vocalist for that band, and with a music video by Wyclo, who also worked with Silverstein. This track even became the opening theme for No Matter Board, which is Hokkaido television broadcasting network, in March of 2020. That show primarily focused on winter sports, especially snowboarding, hence the name No Matter Board. This was also based out of Sapporo, which is the largest city on the northern Japanese island of Hokkaido, where the band is from. Fast forward to 2024, they just released this new single called Happy, the video that's playing right behind me. Everyone, it is a breath of fresh air, I promise. It's really refreshing, it's really cool, it's a cool mix of sounds. Here's my initial reaction to it from the Twitch stream. Yo, it's not even fair that you gave me this as a request. I just want to fucking run around. I just want to run around right now. Just start fucking running into walls. Okay, that was a cool transition, and I really love the sound right there. The sound of the guitar. Ooh, so sweet. This transition is so good. I love that fucking tone. It's Ibanez, of course it is. That's a very high-end Ibanez too, by the way. It's an old school one. It might be the reissue, but they're still really expensive Ibanez. Yo, that chorus was so good because of the restraint of not playing chords. The restraint was impeccable because they made it so interesting with like the way that they just held out those pauses longer and longer as they were progressing through the chorus. Yo, super underrated band right here. They are so good. Like, they have a familiarity to them, but they're just different enough to keep you into them. Just like the other songs, you can catch the full live stream. The VOD is up over in our Discord server. So that's the show for today, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it. I am going to be doing this more consistently from Sunday through Wednesday. We're going to be talking about all of our favorite musicians from all over the world. I just moved into a new studio and stuff, and we're in the middle of setting it up. So that's why I haven't been posting as regular as possible, and I've been working on more thought out content and stuff. We have a bunch of more pedal board reviews coming out since you guys all love that Konami one. I had a Miyako Lovebites one coming soon. I got a Misa one coming soon. I'd love to hear what else you guys would like me to review. So let me know what you all think down below. You can check out that Konami pedal review right here. See you guys in the next one. See you.